friends, it's Nancy, and it's Friday morning. I've had quite an adventure this week, to say the least. So on Sunday, I just thought maybe I'd do, a little bit of crafting while I yammer on. I've got some book page here. I don't know. Let's call it 6 pages. Anyway. On Sunday, while I was binge watching The Crown, and I watched the whole thing on Sunday with very few breaks. I did go and get groceries and, made dinner, those sorts of things. But basically it was a potato-y kind of day. When I went to bed that night, my back hurt a little. And I thought, well, Nancy, that's what you get for laying on the couch all day long. So I went to bed. Next morning, it was fine. Went to work. I want this about half an inch from the text. Went to work early, about 8 o'clock, I guess. And within a short while, my back started to ache again. So I called my son and I said, are you coming to the office today? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, bring me some Tylenol when you come, will you, dude? And he's like, yeah, okay. So he brought me some Tylenol. I took Tylenol. Around 10:30, I went to the printer to send some faxes or something. And it was like I'd been shot in the back. I thought, oh, I know what this is. Oh, yes, I have a kidney stone. I had a kidney stone years ago. And just folding these in half. And I thought, I said to our clerk, I said, I think I'm all done here today. I think I'm going to go home. I believe I have a kidney stone. I came home. Well, I called Doug on my way home because I wanted him to know that I was coming home. And I was just blocks away. And I thought, am I even going to make it? Holy man. So anyway, I got home, proceeded to spend the rest of the day in agony, vomiting. I took Tylenol, I took muscle relaxants, I took Gravol. Spent the day in bed. Considered briefly going to the hospital. Went online to check to see what the wait time would be, and I thought, no way, I can't sit in a waiting room for 5 hours. So the next morning, I was still in pain, and my husband checked the wait time at the hospital. He said it's 2 hours now. I said, okay, I'm going. So I got to the hospital and immediately triaged. All of my vital signs were wackadoo. I'm gluing these into pockets. And the nurse who triaged me said on a scale of 0 to 10, where's your pain at? And I said, oh, it's a good 7. And he said, well, your vital signs are wacky and you look like garbage. do you want, I do have a medical directive to give you Toradol. Have you ever had Toradol before? I said, oh yeah, I've had Toradol before. So he says, I'm going to have to give it to you intramuscularly. It'll sting. And I said, I don't care if you give it to me in my eye. Just help. So they took me back fairly quickly. I did not wait 2 hours. And I spent the remainder of the day there having tests, including, they gave me an IV because I was dehydrated. And an ultrasound to see this kidney stone. Well, the ultrasound did not show a kidney stone. It showed a 11 centimeter mass in my abdomen. So 11 centimeters is about 4.5 inches. What's this? About this. About as wide across as this. Which is exactly 4.5 inches. Not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. But anyway. So the doctor came and said, I want to send you over to the other hospital. The hospital I was at is about 2 blocks from my house. And so she wanted to send me to the other hospital. Alrighty. And she said, I've called a gynecologist over there. And she's going to see you now. All right. So I went over I called Doug, and he came and picked me up and took me to the other hospital. And of course, all of this is during COVID. So you can't have anybody there with you. I'm just looking for all the open ends right now. And I need a ruler. So he dropped me off. They took me right back, and I saw the resident, Dr. Sarah. And Dr. Sarah said they were not convinced that it wasn't my appendix. So they were going to do a CAT scan. Well, they knew I had this mass, but they weren't convinced that the pain wasn't my appendix. I should clarify there. So, so she did an exam, got the IV started again, did more lab work, and said if the CAT scan, then the doctor came in. The doctor said, if the CAT scan indicates that it's your appendix, you're having surgery tonight. If it's the mass that's causing the pain, we will do surgery tomorrow. But we're drawing cancer markers, and if the cancer markers indicate that it's something to be concerned about, then we'll send you to a level 3 hospital in London or Toronto or Hamilton, and we'll have one of the oncologists look after the situation. You're no good. So to say I was stunned was an understatement. And of course, I'm alone with all of this information, and my family is texting me in a bit of a panic about all of this. And it was surreal. Like, I just couldn't even believe we were having this conversation. I had a kidney stone. So, had the CT, and anyway, I was staying. Regardless of what the outcome was, I was spending the night. So, had the CT scan, took me up to my room, doped me up, put me to bed, and at some point during the night, the resident came in and explained to me that the cancer markers were low, so they felt comfortable going ahead and doing the surgery. It was not my appendix. I'm looking for a circle punch. Well, I guess you'll do. So, but I have absolutely no memory of this. None. I had a very nice roommate who had just had surgery on her knee, and she had heard everything. And so the next day she was able to tell me what Dr. Sarah had said. Apparently I was awake, but I wasn't awake. So the surgeon came in and saw me the next day when I woke up. We're going to call you down to surgery today. It'll be sometime between 2 and midnight. I said, okay. So I got called down fairly early. And she says, if we get you in early, we can have you home tonight. Alrighty. Sounds good. So I did get called down fairly early, but I did not go home that night. My concern was that if anything went awry, I did not want anything going awry in the middle of the night. Awry is meant for daylight hours, so I refused to leave. Well, they certainly weren't pushing me to leave, but they would have allowed me to leave if I insisted. But I did not insist. I was staying. So next, I'm looking for my line I drew. Oh, there it is. So I had a fairly good night after my surgery. And I came home yesterday morning. And I'm pretty good. I'm weak. I feel weak. And if I move too quickly, I get kind of a reminder, because it was a laparoscopic surgery, so I don't have a great big incision, but I have 4 stab marks. It'll be some time before I know what the pathology is of whatever this mass was on my... Oh, they took my right ovary out. Mass was on my ovary. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Yeah, so that's my story. My throat hurts from being intubated during the surgery. But as long as I don't move too fast, I'm all right. Yesterday I posted on Instagram that most of my crafting would be bedbound. But actually I feel okay sitting up today. Look at that, I cut the wrong end. Oh, Nancy. Oh, Nancy. Let's get another page. But I have a feeling once I'm done this little crafting, I will head back to bed for a little snoozy boozy. There we go. What I'm doing, you're wondering, what are you doing, Nance? So I saw a little flip through on Instagram today that was done by Hope Journals. And I saw this little feature in one of her, in her journal that she was flipping through this morning. And I thought, that is cute. And I need to make one before I forget that I saw it. So I tried to draw a sketch and that was not happening. And I'm not saying this is exactly like Hope Journals, but it's going to be similar. I'll put my own spin on things as ever. Oh, that was the wrong spot. 2 1/4, not 2 3/4. 2 1/4. Actually it was a big journal. Oh shoot. I don't know why I try to cut things when they're wet. This will be fine because it's going to be covered with paper, but trying to rush. Time's a wasting. I think she said the spine was 3.5 inches wide and it weighed almost 2 pounds. It was a huge journal. And a lot of different kinds of pages in them. So, not them, it. Very, very inspiring. So I just wanted to sort of capture this little feature in real before I completely forgot about it. Now, did I Do all of them upside down? What is going on? Why are these stuck? One should probably not craft under the influence. Or maybe they just stuck together when I... No, that's definitely glue. What about this one? This one I did okay. Good job, Nance. Oh, we'll just make this one a little shorter. Here we go. I'll put glue in here. Yeah. I was texting with Catherine this morning. I said, I'm going to craft today sitting up. Oh boy. Okay. I need some paper. I need some scrap paper. Whoops. Oh, I got an idea. Instead of paper. Let's see if this is the right size. Yeah, that'll work. So I had made these collage pieces. Oh, I don't know when. A while ago. These are perfect size. Okay. Just looking for my bigger scissors. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm taking that off. I'm taking that off. I didn't want to glue the whole thing. I only wanted to do the strip. Okay. Because when it's in the book, I want to be able to lift it up like that. So or pull it out like that, but I think I want to lift it up like that, like I saw in Hope's book. And do the same with this one. And then I can do some collage on top of this collage. All right. Just say no, kids. Don't say no to drugs. Yeah, it'll be like that. Okay. These I'll keep because they're still good for tags. Let's grab some goodies to do some collage. Oh, what have I got in here? Probably got some interesting bits in here. I just have some fussy cut stuff in here I could use. I think we'll do some birds. Flowers are always good. Those are kind of cute things. Some words. Do a little bit of ink before we do anything else. Everything's going to look amazing. Don't you think? That's a big picture and it covers up a lot of the... Let's see what I got in here. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, this one. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Let's fussy cut this. So it says her plants, her books, her writing desk were all within her reach. She could scarcely see an object in that room which had not an interesting remembrance connected with it. My good fussy cut scissors are in my bedroom. This is a Jane Austen quote. Oh, I gotta go get my good scissors. I'm already impaired. Alrighty. So I got that cut out with my good scissors. I'm going to put a little bit of lace here. First. Try not to stab myself in the wrist with the needle. I did like that. And then something happened. What happened? Just seeing if I've got any other options. Just putting a little bit of 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac where there's actually some fabric there. Okay. These are some fussy cuts that I actually did when I was on vacation in August. Oh yeah, that's much nicer. I've got some tabs here. I think I will use one of these red ones. There we go. So if I had a book handy, I would show you. Let's pretend. Let's pretend I have a book handy. So this would go on the page like this, and this would be glued on like that, and then this would pull up, and each of these little bits have a space where a note can be tucked in or a little tag or something. Yeah, I quite like that. I don't know if Hope Journals has a, you know what else would be nice on here? A postcard. I've got lots of ideas for this. I don't know if Hope Journals has a YouTube. I know she has an Instagram because that's where I follow her, is on Instagram. I'll check it out. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me in my impaired condition. I hope it wasn't too too annoying to watch me fumble around. Anyway, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea and head back to bed. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon.